state's constitution. Most criminals have more due process than families, and CPS uses one bill to go in and take children away, and they use it consistently. But if you read the rest of Montana laws, they have to notify the courts within 48 hours, which doesn't happen. They're supposed to have this all set up within 2 weeks, make sure that the children have been to court and their families can be reunited or not. And they choose to forget that one too. So one of the things that we've got to go for is Montana families deserve due process, and that's not happening. And the laws here,
You don't get it at all.
you can read it. No, you don't.
None.
And so that's one of the things we have to step forward to. And with that, I'll be quiet and Matt can talk.
Woo!
I just want to thank everyone today for coming. I know how difficult this matter and subject is to many people in Montana. And I too have also experienced a very difficult time, and a lot of people don't hear this side of it, but as a foster parent provider, and we also as foster parent providers need adequate training so that we're not interfering with the reunification process when reunification is in the child's best interest. There is many things that can be done to improve the outcomes for Montana families. I could spend hours talking about those things, but what we really need to focus on is being able to get the training that our professional workforce needs, and we need to work on providing an adequate wage for them so that the least paid workers in the state aren't working with the most vulnerable children and even the adult people in our state. We really need a professional lens to be able to help children and families, even the elderly, mentally ill, homeless.
Louder.
I know you can talk loud enough.
Mentally ill, homeless, and all kinds of other kinds of adversities. So I'm going to change gears here, and I'm going to play a couple of songs, but I'm also going to do the national anthem. The reason I'm going to do the national anthem after we did the Pledge of Allegiance is to say that America has drifted away from the heart of what America has been founded on. And America is still the greatest nation in the country, and I believe we can get back to being the greatest nation and greatest community to support our families and children as well. On a rainy day, September 13, 1814, British warships sent a downpour of shells and rockets onto Fort McHenry in Baltimore Harbor, relentlessly pounding the American fort for 25 hours. The bombardment, known as the Battle of Baltimore, came only weeks after the British had attacked Washington, D.C., burning the Capitol, the Treasury, and the President's house. It was another chapter in the ongoing War of 1812. A week earlier, Francis Scott Key, a 35-year-old American lawyer, had boarded the flagship of the British fleet on the Chesapeake Bay in hopes of persuading the British to release a friend who had recently been arrested. Key's tactics were successful, but because he and his companions had gained knowledge of the impending attack on Baltimore, the British did not let them go. They allowed the Americans to return to their own vessel, but continued guarding them. Under their scrutiny, Key watched on September 13th as the barge of Fort McHenry began 8 miles away. It seemed as though Mother Earth had opened and was vomiting shot and shell in a sheet of fire and brimstone. Key wrote later, "But when darkness arrived, Key saw only red erupting in the night sky. Given the scale of the attack, he was certain the British would win." The hours passed slowly, but in the clearing smoke of the dawn's early light on September 14th, he saw the American flag. Not the British Union Jack flying over the fort, announcing an American victory. Key put his thoughts on paper while still on board the ship, setting his words to the time of popular English song. His brother-in-law, commander of a militia at Fort McHenry, read Key's work and had it distributed under the name Defense of Fort McHenry. The Baltimore Patriot newspaper soon printed it, and within weeks, Key's poem, now called the Star-Spangled Banner, appeared in print across the country, immortalizing his words and forever naming the flag it celebrated. Please remove your hats, place your right hand over your heart, and sing with me the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. I think it's really important for us to remember our history, and if we ever remember why we learn history in school, it's so we don't repeat the same mistakes that we've already made in the past.
That's right.
This next song is it's a song